Welcome everyone, Madman bringing another RSL video. So today we're going to do Duke Tower Hard floors 11 through 20. Using the same champs that we were before, so I probably won't show their kits except for whoever we end up using on the boss there. We're just going to keep it simple this time. Stick with Syl, Physics, Sylar, Bellower, and Akoth. Okay, so floor 11, 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Still using this team. On to floor 12. Alright, so floor 12, a little over 4.5 minutes. On to floor 13. Alright, so floor 13 in just over 4.5 minutes. We'll move on to floor 14. Alright, so floor 14 and 441. On to floor 15. Alright, so floor 15, just under 4.5 minutes. Moving on to 16. So stage 16, just over 5 minutes. We'll move on to floor 17. So floor 17 in just over 4.5 minutes. Let's move on to floor 18. So floor 18 done, right at 4.5 minutes. Let's move on to floor 19. Floor 19, just under 4.5 minutes. Let's see what the boss on floor 20 has for us. So we could go, well, I'll just go ahead and show you this team. Angar, Razin, Ursula, Geo, and Melga, and we'll see what it can do here. Just under 4 minutes there, and we beat the Magma Dragon on floor 20. So let's go look at the builds there. Probably would have gone faster if Geo had actually landed his HP burn, but he did not, which I'm not sure why. The accuracy and resistance are pretty low, at least at this floor level. Anyway, let's go look at their builds. Okay, so first off, we got Angar here. What is that? Divine Life set and Divine Crit Rate set. That he's using there, but his total stats, 71,000 HP. HP based champion, only 1500 attack, doesn't matter. 2700 reasonable defense, only 157 speed. Do have 100% crit rate, only 110% crit damage, but we do have 273 accuracy to land those provokes. He is booked. He was probably, I think he was the first Void Legendary that I got. And it took a long time to get another one. But he attacks 2 times, places extra hit if the enemy has a provoke, and we want him to provoke. Attacks all enemies, places a provoke debuff for 1 turn. 30% reflective damage on allies, so that is helpful, and a counterattack on himself. So the boss will attack him back, and then he gets another attack. And with his passive, he has a 40% chance of placing a provoke on them for 1 turn when he gets attacked. So that books up to a 40% or 50% chance. Sorry. His masteries came down here to War Master, and then went to Defensive Tree to Retribution. I haven't re-geared him in a long time, so just kind of used on the lower level floors. Razin is in a Savage and a crit damage set, even though he's a defensive player. He's got 42,000 HP, 3,700 defense, again a defensive champion, 100% crit rate, only 108% crit damage, and 262 accuracy. He can do damage, but he can still buff here, as you'll see. So attacks 3 times, has a 45% chance of removing a buff, random buff from the target. So that kind of comes in helpful. Has a 100% chance when booked of placing decreased defense and weaken for 2 turns. And then attacks all enemies and decreases the turn meter by 100%. So you want his accuracy up high. Long cooldown on that. Masteries, since he does a triple hit, went with Helm Smasher on his A1. And then again came down the defensive tree here to give him counterattack and deterrence. Ursula is in Relentless and Divine Life set. Her stats, almost 54,000 HP. She's a support champion. Almost 1,900 in attack, but 2,900 there, almost in defense. 190 speed, so not super fast. Not really worried about crit rate or crit damage, or the resist. Just the accuracy there. Her skill, she is not booked. That would be nice though, to decrease the turn meter a little bit. But the big thing here, and I need to book her though, is for the decrease attack on the boss there and the waves, and increase attack on the allies there. But I think Geo's the only one with attack, so not super helpful. But revives dead allies with 75% HP and fills their turn meter by 50%, plus gives them an increased defense and strengthen. Not booked whatsoever, but she's got speed in all battles of 24% for Doom Tower. So, and then for her, since I'm not using her for any offensive, came down with some resistance. And Cycle of Revenge for a little turn meter there, and went down for the accuracy on the support tree. Geo, this is my first Geo. He is kind of built for clan boss, so I got him in Stalwart in a resilience set. 47,000 HP, 3,500 defense, only 176 speed, 31% crit rate, 124 crit damage, and 240 accuracy. Again, he's built for clan boss, but I don't use this one too often because instead of a stun target, I use Geo as a DPS, and you can't have all skills fully booked for being a DPS. At least because I run a budget unkillable. But anyway, that's a different story there, so I probably need to rebuild him for other areas. As you can see, he's fully booked, decreased accuracy. He can steal a buff if HP burn is on. And of course, this big thing here is fully depletes the target's turn meter and places the HP burn and a 25% weaken. Good thing places there, and then his big damage move is his passive. By decreasing the damage ally receives and deflecting that back on if the enemies have HP burn. But again, 240, that should have been more than enough accuracy. He just wasn't in the HP burn, maybe weak affinity. Anyway, his Masteries clan boss build came down here to War Master. I did not take Life Drinker. I could, but I don't want to. If I do decide to make him the slow boy stun target, which I might eventually do in my clan boss team. So, and then down the support tree to give him some accuracy and potentially extend the HP burns and stuff. So that is Geomancer, and then Melga we've seen before, but came down the defensive tree again. Cycle of Revenge to help with some turn meter there, and then straight down the support tree again, timely intervention. To get her going a little faster there. She's almost fully booked. Probably one of these challenges I'll go ahead and finish booking her off, but shields on the A3 with a revive, and then places a shield, then shields and a continuous heal on her A2, and her A1 a chance of removing a random debuff, but she hits like a wet noodle, so I didn't go for the accuracy on that. Speed set, immortal set, again her stats over 67,000 HP, 2,600 defense, 219 speed. We don't care about crit rate or crit damage, it's not going to hit. Could increase the accuracy, but is it really worth it for trying to steal one random buff? Not really, but high resistance, so she can place those shields and revive the allies. So I want her to survive when she's doing Doom Tower. So that is floor 20 boss there and the champions. I'm gonna give a little bonus, and we'll do the two. Well, I've already done the one, but I'll show you the two secret rooms. So see you in a minute. Okay, so secret room 1 is just use epic only champions. So I just kind of grabbed what I knew I had pretty much built out: a Eurogrim, a Godseeker, a Jimbo for some damage, Sylar to keep us going fast or reduce their turn meter, and then a Dam there to do some buff stripping. So I'll just show you this run real quick. And there you go, right at 3.5 minutes there. And Secret Room 1 is down. Now let's go look at Secret Room 2. And so what do we got? HP champions only. Let's see, my Tyrant is actually built right now because I've been running Ice Golem. Use Angar, I don't know. I know Taragi's built out. Don't know if we'll need a Melga, so let's throw a Melga in there. We'll try Magma. I don't know if he's built out. I know Crying Chain, but I do have a Trunda, so. Increasing HP in all battles, so there we go. Let's just see how they are. Now I don't, other than the rares, I rebuilt them a little bit. Otherwise, I'm not rebuilding my champions just to do these secret rooms here. You know, unless maybe I'm right there up on one of the higher levels. And as you can see here, actually last rotation, if I could have finished it or got one more floor, no, 3 more floors, and a little more effort, I could have got Thea the Tomb Angel. But if we get through this, we'll get her right now, so I don't have the greatest champs in the world by any means on this account, but I don't know that Thea is really going to make a huge difference on this account, but I do want to try something out between her and Ruel. If it works, great. If not, that will probably be the enemy ever mentioning it. And there you go, in 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Secret Room 3 is complete. So I was one fragment shy at the Tomb Angel, so as you can see, the other 2, as you get 3 at a time, are now going towards Euros. So that goes that way. But now Thea the Tomb Angel is available for me. I guess let's see. I showed you Angar, you've seen Melga. We can go look at Magnar, Taragi, and Tyrant's builds here. I won't worry about the first floor. Hopefully, I mean, if you're doing Doom Tower hard, you should be able to do the first secret room. But let's go check those builds. Alright, so we've seen Angar and Melga already. Let's look at Tyrant real quick. I have him in a regen set and resilience. Immortal would be better. Because like I said, he is built for doing solo Ice Golem. So I just run that. Yeah, it's slow, like 3, maybe 4 minutes. But I'm leveling up food while I'm running those. But he is at 73,000 HP. Almost 3,200 defense, 246 speed. High resistance and reasonable accuracy there. He is booked. You don't need him booked for Ice Golem, but if you're going to use him for Spider, you definitely got to have the A2 and A3 booked, but some more damage there. So we'll heal this enemy if the let's see, attacks one enemy, heals him by 20% of the damage inflicted, heals champion by 50% if the damage inflicted is instead the target's under an HP burn. And then attacks all enemies, places an HP burn, so you just need accuracy there for 3 turns. Books up to 100%. So he can be an AoE HP burn champion on 3-turn cooldown. It's not bad. Places ally protection buff on allies. And places an increased defense buff on allies for 2 turns. So he's not going to ally protect himself, but he can get increased defense. And decreases damage inflicted by enemies under HP burn debuffs by 10%. So it's nice if he, is placing all the HP burns. That's why he's good against Ice Golem there. And then he's got HP aura by 25% in all battles. He's not a nuker or nothing, so we just came down the defensive tree to give him more defense and chance to counterattack, so he could heal himself up some more. Went with HP here because I could get the accuracy. If you can't get the accuracy, you might want to come down the accuracy side. And then I went with Oppressor to try and get a little more turn meter out of him, so I didn't have to make him as fast, because ideally he'd be a little bit faster than he is. Taragi. Oh, wow. I stripped all his gear off, so even with his gear strip, 70,000, I want to say I'm at just shy of 100,000 HP. I'm not sure where the defense, but there's the defense. Slower than Christmas as well. Since he was built for Clan Boss in the Guardian set. Crit rate doesn't matter, 0 to 100, whatever, but you want really low crit damage if you're going to use them in Clan Boss, and you want a little higher accuracy. But so yeah, if he's in a full Resilience and Guardian set, he'd have much better stats. That's probably why he didn't fare super well. But he's got decreased attack, not a high percentage, but decreased attack on the A1 chance. Nice thing, he's got a chance to provoke all enemies, and he can take those hits somewhat if you build him beefy. He places a shield equal to 15% of his HP, so 15k shield if you can get up to 100,000 HP, and ally protection. Also heals his champion by 25% of the HP and places 30% reflect damage on them for 3 turns, so that is helpful. And then his heals will actually increase by poisons, and then when attacked has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison. So you want him to provoke, get attacked, put out the poisons as well. He's protecting the other team if AoE and stuff. Resistant all battles, not really known for his aura. Again, he's built to come down here to War Master for Clan Boss build, and then we went with the HP because I could get the accuracy, and I want his skills to have the best chance of being placed and extended when possible. Like I said, poisons, provokes and stuff. So that is Taragi. Not even built. That's probably why it took a little bit longer. Wow. Okay, so Mangar is actually built in accuracy and savage set. 60,000 HP. Would like to see that much higher. 2100 defense is alright. 172 speed is not super great, but 100% crit rate. Would like to get his crit damage up, and accuracy, but I don't think he really even needs accuracy, so I have not touched his build in quite a while. So another little thing to point out is, you know what, if you've got max stats right on a weapon, I got crit rate, I got crit damage, speed, I could hit HP percent, I could, but is it worth wasting that silver for that off chance? So on defensive or HP type champions, or even support, you don't necessarily need to roll the weapon up to 16. That's more for the attack type champions. Anyway, his skills, he is booked, decreased defense chance, and if they're under HP burn, has a 100% chance of looks like put in the decreased defense, but his big thing, attacks all enemies, places an extra hit as long as there's no HP burn on any of the enemies, and a 50% chance of placing a stun if they are under an HP burn. And then his A3 hits pretty damn hard too. Attacks one enemies, applies a debuff spread effect, taking 2 random debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies under HP burn debuffs. Also increases the duration of HP burns on enemies by 1. Of course, it will not spread half of the stuff there that we'd like, so, but it does hit hard. And he heals by 1%. Heals by 1% of their max HP anytime anyone takes damage from HP burn in a battle. And then a nice defensive aura of 30% in Doom Power, so not too bad there. Since we're attacking with his A2, generally I went with Helm Smasher to ignore some more defense. Probably could go War Master. I could up the crit damage. Could go with Giant Slayer. So, and then anyway, it came down the support tree, obviously giving him more HP. And then any of the debuffs he's trying to place, a little better chance of that. And then Lore of Steel is a good one. You know, not going to help with the Savage set, but the what do I think, Resilience. So more HP and more defense. Same thing with Immortal, more HP, so that helps. You know, every little bit starts helping. So that's Mangar. We've seen Melga. That's those champions for the Secret Room 2 on Doom Tower Rotation 2. Have a nice day.